This is Daniel Sheehan, delighted to be joined by George Liddard. Just over 7 weeks out now from his middleweight showdown against Kieran Conway on October the 17th for the British and Commonwealth middleweight titles. George, you're looking to extend your record to 13 and 0, pick up those belts. How are you feeling 7 weeks away now from what is a big moment in your career?
Yeah, 100%. I can't wait. It's this next 7.5 weeks couldn't come soon enough for me. The training's gonna be done by then. All the hard work will be done, and then it's fight week. So I'm very excited for fight week. Like I say, all the hard work's done. Then it's the fun part. So yeah, I'm very confident going into this fight. I think we go 13 and 0 and pick up the British and Commonwealth titles in the process.
Absolutely. And of course, the fight is being held at York Hall, which, for so many people, they consider that to be the home of boxing. How much does that mean to be fighting somewhere like that, which has seen so many champions over the years?
100%. The legacy at York Hall's crazy. The amount of British champions, even world champions that have been crowned there over the years is amazing. So to be one of those names come October 17th, I feel very privileged. And for me, it's, very close to home. So we're about going to have a good fan base in there come fight night. And it's going to be loud. It's going to be some atmosphere in there, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I believe it's a sold out York Hall already, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it sold out in about 24 hours. So
Wow.
there's been a really, really crazy response from this. So
The
can't wait to
Essex
put on a
Army.
show for everyone.
Uh,
Exactly, exactly.
Absolutely. And we know you train in the Matchroom gym under Tony Sims. Can you just talk us through a bit of a day in the life for you at the moment, this far out from a big fight?
Yeah, look, we have a bit of a strict schedule that we stick to in the Simsies gym. We have certain things for certain days. Typical day for me, 6 days a week, I train twice a day. Whether that's boxing, whether that's, conditioning, or whether that's strength work. I have a lot of different things we do. Obviously, the running's included in that, but yeah, we have a lot of different training sessions. So, for example, like today, started my day off about 10 o'clock, not an early one this morning. Get a little bit of a lay-in. I had sparring with Jimmy today, obviously a fellow teammate of mine, and then it was pretty much grab a bit of lunch and straight to strength training with Ricky McFarlane at PWR. So it's been a full-on day. Every day in camp's full on. We push our body to the max, and come fight night, we're in peak physical condition. So it's all about now putting in the hard work day in day out.
Oh, absolutely. And in terms of the actual fight, we know Kieran Conway is an experienced fighter, of course. What sort of challenges do you expect from him? And then are there any specific parts of your game you've been working on to combat that?
Look, he's an experienced operator. He's been in there with some good fighters. Do I believe he's been in there with someone as good as me? No, I don't. And he's got some tools in his arsenal. And obviously we're working on things to expose on fight night from him. But yeah, look, I'll keep my cards close to my chest. We're gonna get the job done in style on October 17th, and I just believe I'm better in every aspect. I think that's what it is, and I just want it way more. I feel like he's got everything to lose in this fight. I got nothing to lose. This is everything for me, to pick up the British and Commonwealth title, and to make history in the middleweight division, So this for me is, I got nothing to lose, and a man that's got nothing to lose is always dangerous.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, also in the matchroom gym, you've got a lot of influential characters. You've got the likes of obviously Conor Benn, who's got his own big fight in November against Chris Eubank, the rematch. I'm sure he pushes you very hard to work harder and harder every day. What's it generally like to have someone like Conor in and around a sort of training camp and as a training partner?
Yeah, 100%. It's great to have so many experienced names in our gym. Obviously, we've got Conor Benn, Craig Richards, who's obviously boxed Bivol, been in with world level operators. John Ryder, who's now obviously a part of the coaching team at the Matchroom Gym. We've got some very experienced fighters around. So, to have that in your camp, to sometimes lean on them for advice and to just soak up everything you can from them. It is something money can't buy. It's very valuable stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be using that coming up to the fight. I'm sure every bit of advice I can get, with training, with recovery, they've been there, they've done it, and they've boxed at the highest level. So if I can get to some of the levels that they've reached, which I have no doubt in my mind that I will, I'll be very happy.
Absolutely. And if you can fast forward 7.5 weeks now and try and put yourself onto fight day, in terms of fight day, we know everybody's different. Do you have any pre-fight rituals or superstitions before a big fight, or is there a particular way you try and keep yourself calm and ready?
Not really. I feel like the biggest one for me is obviously prayer. I always make sure that we pray before we go to battle. I make sure that that gets done. It's the most important thing to me. I pray a lot leading up to the fight. I pray a lot, obviously, day-to-day life, but um, a big one for me as well in the change rooms is my music. It changes, when we're getting there, it's very calm, it's very cool. And then as we start to get the hands wrapped, start to warm up, the music ramps up. And, you start to get into that zone then really where I'm relaxed, but I'm, ready to explode. I'm ready to put everything on the line and ready to fight ultimately. So I'd say I'm a very calm fighter. I'm always smiling around fight week, and then there's a switch in me that, when I need to switch it on, when I'm warming up and when I'm ready to fight, that switch changes, and there's a different me that comes out, and I think that's very important in what I do.
Absolutely. And like we say, you're going to have a lot of fans behind you, a lot of the Essex lot coming down. Do you have a message to those fans who'll be there to support you on October the 17th
Oh,
at York Hall?
I massively appreciate everyone, that's bought a ticket. Obviously, I'm gutted that there couldn't have been more of yous due to it being such a small venue. But I thank everyone. I've been very overwhelmed by the support of this fight, and I can't thank everyone enough. It's going to be absolutely heaving in there come fight night, and I can't wait to celebrate with you all after when we've got that British and Commonwealth belts wrapped around me. So I want to thank all of them, thank all of my sponsors, week in, week out that always support me. Some from the very beginning. So yeah, I can't thank all of my team enough.
Absolutely. And on a slightly lighter note, George, I hope you don't punch me through the camera for this, but I know you're an avid football fan supporting West Ham. Can we get a quick word on their performance this season so far from your perspective?
I think the best reply at the minute's no comment. To be honest, it's it's a real shocking start to the season. But look, um, I know we can't go down without a fight, but we're gonna push. Hopefully we push back and we can get a few wins and just get a little bit of confidence back in the side. Because losing 3-0 to obviously the team that's probably predicted to come last this season, and obviously 5-1. I know it's to Chelsea, but 5-1 against any team, is a shocking result. So, and then obviously the Wolves defeat last night. It's really not looking good. But look, I'm a firm believer in, have faith, and hopefully we can bounce back and we're not in too much of a relegation battle this season.
Absolutely. No, brilliant, George.
Yeah,
Like I say, thank you for
nice one.
taking the time today. And
No
wishing you all the
problem.
best of luck over the next 7 weeks and for fight night as you look to claim those British and middleweight titles. And hopefully we can catch up after when you've got those belts around your waist.
For sure. Top man, Dan. I appreciate you having me on, mate.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you very much, George.
Top man. Cheers, bro.